What do you think? SRM, and it's vicious. It's a vicious knife. It's really interesting, actually. Oh, by the way, this is the 9215. Yeah. Or you can just look on the blade. 9215. D2, it's SRM. SRM, which is, what are they saying? Oh, stay ready for more. Damn it. So the SRM, back a couple of years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, right? The SRM thing was, to my understanding, it was Sanran Mu, but it was their export brand, where Sanran Mu was more for domestic consumption. SRM was more for export. And then, of course, being part of Real Steel. So you're getting a Real Steel knife, a budget one. And I think they're quality. I think they make a good knife. The SRM, I can't tell you how many SRMs I've been around and through over the last 4 or 5 years. So I like them. It's just a matter of, do I find a design that attracts me? Because the pricing is pretty reasonable. These are around 50 something dollars, and it's D2, so it's right there with, most of your stuff that like Best Tech, or maybe a Civivi knife that's in D2, or Kubi, or that kind of thing. So they're in that general category. It's G10. It's really grippy, but this has really got a very Asian, Japanese kind of tanto look to it, doesn't it? I mean, yeah. And it's got this axis type lock, piston lock, whatever you want to call it. And of course, I'm sure it's got the springs, the Omega springs in here, etc., on both sides, or at least on one side. Yeah, there's one on that side. There's one on that side too. Back spacer, yes. Room for a lanyard to go through, yes. Deep carry, yes. Right or left hand, yes. Okay. So how cool is that? Kind of got that look of like ray skin being wrapped across, like a fixed blade Japanese sword, or, whatever, dagger, etc. So that, and it's got this also on top here, it's got this thumb disc. So for being able to, you can get under it with your finger, middle finger, flick it, or just thumb flick it, however you want to do, or just pull the piston back and kick it open and close that way, however you want to do it. Designed, well, I mean, this is what happens when you have to have your stop in a certain place, like right there. So that's what goes on. But when it's open, nice flow, huh? Nice flow of design. It's got steel liners. They're skeletonized. There's jimping here. I mean, or at least some texturing. None here. Okay. But let's see if it'll cut anything. We got a little scrap of paper, don't we? Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, it's sharp out of the box. Comes in a box. It's not, it's not incredibly luxurious, but I mean, it's okay, and it is what it is. But let me pull this open for you. I mean, you got the nice plastic here, and then it does come with like a pull string, pouch, so that's kind of nice, Okay, that's a nice touch. But it's not crazy super Ganzo cheap. But on the other hand, the SRM was supposed to be a little bit nicer than, than the Sanran Mu line per se. So check this. Let's go on and see what, let's see, 3.5, 3.6, 3.65. Okay, yeah, I was kind of wondering. 8.25 overall. So, where are you, Frosty? Come here. Get over here. That's the same size. I mean, believe it or not. Now, actually, this has a longer blade Frosty's got a longer handle. So you're even Steven overall. But let's have a way off. Frosty with, the PM2 with this Arctic Storm carbon fiber, it's right at 4 ounces. So let's tuck you up. Oh, 86 grams. Well, that's going to be good. Let's roll around and 3 ounces. That's it, 3 ounces. This, basically 4 ounces. So, probably thicker blade stock too, though, I'm going to imagine. Not a whole lot thicker, but I think that PM2's 3.5 millimeter at least. And this is probably, this is closer to 3. Yeah, this is closer to 3. Let me see what the 11.2.44, so a little bit thinner actually than the PM2 overall thickness, so that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, get over there, turn you off. Okay, no, so yeah, very slender in the pocket, not a lot of real estate being taken up there, but you got a full-size blade. All right. So I kind of like it because it's not an extreme kind of tanto. So I like this. I think you could function with it. It's got looks, but it's also, very usable, very lightweight, carryable, but it's still a full-size knife. So I don't know. I mean, you guys check it out. Back spacers, G10, real grippy G10. Not bragging about the hardware necessarily, but it is what it is, pretty much on par with most budget type knives. And check that out. But the blade looks good. Let me see. Well, the plunge looks pretty even on here. Nice grind. It's sharp out of the box. So this kind of a matter of really of taste on something like this. This is a little bit more extreme, where, some people just do not like this kind of Japanese kind of look, and others, they do. I mean, because it's real martial arts and, ninja stuff. And if you don't like that, how about this one? I mean, this is really, and this is 7228. And this is the L. I mean, they make a smaller version of this actually, but this is 8 inches overall, 3.5-inch blade. So, I mean, these are a couple of fairly new models that SRM has put out there. And they're reasonably large. This is definitely a longer blade. And this, being a 3.5-inch blade, is no slouch, okay? But both, I think, are attractive designs. That's why I picked them. I mean, they have other designs and stuff, but I pick and choose. I don't care what brand it is. I pick and choose of what, really kind of draws me. And I look at these and I'm going, yeah, I mean, they got back spacer, really deep left and right hand pocket clip, ambidextrous with the thumb studs and the thumb disc, and then ambidextrous with the piston locks. So they're really both completely right or left hand friendly, no question there. And the ergos are really great on here. I mean, it's fine. It's just so neutral, and reverse grip actually feels better for some reason, So yeah, it does, and you can jump up on here. You can get up here for finer work. So there's no question, and the grippiness on both of these is really good. Ergos on both are really good as well. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. Yeah, SRM, check them out. I'm going to leave a link down there for you. And if I can get any discount codes or anything, I'll put it down there as well. You guys, we love them knives, so you stay sharp.